Okay, ladies and gents, now we're going to unleash a real monster of a beer. This is the 2011 Vintage Ale, Extra Strong Ale from McGoslin Brewery, St-Ambroise, as you may know them. I did review a version of this beer like maybe 3 years ago now. Maybe even 4 years ago. I don't know how long it has been. But it was lower in alcohol. It was like 8.2%, something along those lines. This is the 2011 version, 10% alcohol by volume. It is categorized essentially as a barley wine, like an English barley wine. And the one I had way back when, I think it was 2008, was pretty damn phenomenal. I quite liked it. So we're thinking we're going to like this one too. We'll see. It's definitely obviously different than it was before, just like the recent review I did a few weeks back of the Scotch Ale, which was different from the original Scotch Ale from McGoslin. So we'll see what we think of this one. And again, this was sent to me by Dale, brewed by me, another one of the big specialty beers he sent to me. Big thanks to him. I'm very appreciative of this. Because this just hasn't showed up for years in the NSLC. It showed up for like a little while in 2008. There was a few of these that showed up. I don't know how the hell they showed up. Maybe they came on the wrong truck or something like that. But I was lucky enough to get them, and I've wanted some ever since. I'm not going to give a comparison to the old ones because I can't remember for the life of me what they tasted like. So I can't say whether they're better or worse than the old one. You'll just have to look at my review and compare that one to this review, because I haven't had one since that review. Bottle looks pretty much the same though. Extra strong ale. Anything on here? Yes. Serve St-Ambroise vintage ale between 13 degrees and 15 degrees, preferably in a port glass or brandy snifter. Well, we're going to do it in a tulip glass because my brandy snifter has not yet been cleaned out since I did the Nickelbrook Imperial. This vintage ale will improve with age for a number of years, no doubt. Stored in a cool, dark place. That is my basement, which is incredibly fucking cold right now. The joy of sharing has never tasted so good. Ingredients: water, pale malt, Munich malt, malted wheat, and hops. And they don't say what hops. Not that I could detect the different hops anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's get right into this. Jesus. Gotta watch what I'm doing here. These TV trays are shakier than fucking... What's his face there? Don Knotts. Shakier than Don Knotts. Alright. Let's pour this. Alright. That's good enough right there. Oh, that's a pretty looking beer. That was very pretty looking. I would say that is almost approaching a red. It's like in between red, orange, and maybe even like some of the darker spots looking mahogany. I do believe this one is filtered. I can see my fingers pretty well through it. Goslin makes some very pretty beers, I have to say. I'm very impressed. Cream colored head. Coffee creamer, I guess you could say. Colored head. 2 fingers. That's a nice looking beer. It looks like a barley wine. Typically your barley wines are, you know, darker in color. Ruby red, mahogany, orange, dark red, dark amber. So we'll go right to the aroma now. Fruitcake. Dark fruit notes. Typical Christmas fruitcake. Let's go here again. Malty fruitcake. There's a citrusy tinge to it as well, like orange zest or something along those lines. Probably from what other hops they're using in this. Dry bready fruitcake. Maybe fruitcake with some sort of citrus icing on it or something. That's the best I can come up with. Oh, now we're getting kind of almost those dark fruit notes come out almost like a strawberry wine or raspberry wine or something along those lines. Some sort of fruity, like, you know, like some sort of fruit wine, non-grape wine. Oh, it smells really, really good. Go right to the taste. Oh wow. Blown away again. Thick mouthfeel. Full bodied. Those fruity notes come out big time in the taste. Malty, fruity. Again, like fruitcake. Alcohol in this definitely comes out 10%. I am not surprised. Look at the head on that for 10%. Isn't that nice? Wow. I definitely say this probably isn't as complex as the Russian Imperial Stout I just had. But damn, this is an excellent example of barley wine. It's got those sweet, dark fruit notes right up front, big time. Malty, full-bodied. Finishes with the alcohol, a bit of bitterness from whatever hops you're using, just enough to balance it out. Usually with barley wines, it's much more about the malts, and that is the case here as well. Almost a candy sweetness to it, the roof of the mouth. That's really damn good. I gotta say, the only detraction from this is it is a bit too alcoholic for a barley wine. Usually you kind of hope the alcohol is a bit masked, maybe just a little bit dumbed down a bit. I can see why they say and recommend on the back of the bottle that you should age this for a couple of years, because that alcohol note would no doubt be dumbed down, and the malty flavors would come out to the forefront, would blend together much more, and it can be much more of an enjoyable drink that way. As it just sits right now, it's an excellent winter warmer, it's an excellent winter seasonal, it's an excellent sipper. Very alcoholic though, very, very alcoholic. And I'm not saying it's triggering my gag reflex or anything, but a lot of the beers I've had lately that have been big have had the alcohol masked a lot better. So this one here, if you do get it, I recommend you buy about at least 3 bottles and cellar 2 of them and see what you think after 1 and 2 years. I wish I had more, because I would do exactly that. I'd put them right down in the cellar with my Chimay. I gotta say, right now, as it stands, 4 to 5. It's an excellent damn beer. I don't mind the alcohol myself. It doesn't bother me. I'm well versed in having alcohol bite thrown at me from drinking a lot of whiskey as of late. So it doesn't bother me, but if you are bothered by alcoholic beers, this might put you off. You might not like this one. But if you're a little bit braver, or just a little bit more experienced, I don't want to insult anyone and say you're a chicken shit because you don't drink this one. But if you haven't built yourself up to the level where you want to tackle a 10% beer, then you don't want to try this one. You should stick with something more your level at the moment and work your way up. But if you're into the big alcohol beers and you don't mind a nice alcohol bite, because it's not a big slap your face or anything, it's just it's noticeable. Try it. It's really good. 4 out of 5. St-Ambroise Vintage Ale. That's their barley wine. It's really, really nice. Big thanks to Dale for the send of this one as well. Wow, man. Just wow. I'm going to have to find some good stuff to send your way again here soon. Just as a big thank you to this. Just like I did to the Indo Symbiosis. I sent him some extra stuff just for sending that KBS because it was so awesome. And I'm probably going to have to do the same here. Cheers, guys. We'll see you later. Good beer drinking to you.